Season 3, Blerd.Talk, equality versus equity. Um,
What is that?
he throwing. I guess he's throwing up gang signs. I don't know.
I don't know what game he's trying to represent. But
yeah. So, Alex, would you like to start this off?
Why did it get so dark over here?
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Hold on, I need some help.
What?
There we go.
Yo, that lantern has not stopped shaking the whole time.
It hasn't. Stop looking at it. All right.
Yeah, there's a ghost in there, man. It's messing with the lamp.
There is. If you look right over here, if you look in real close, there's a gopher.
You can't see it.
Y'all might think I'm crazy. I know y'all. There's an image of a gopher right here.
I don't know who threw that gopher there. You know?
Anyway, no. So don't look at the lantern. All right, pay attention here. So, quality versus equity. And I suppose what would be, I'd say, I guess, the rules, or what do you prefer in situations? So to start off, looking at equality. So equality meaning pretty much everyone gets the exact same thing. No one gets anything extra, no one gets anything less, and you're expected to perform. So if we had a truly, let's say, equal school system, let's say you had to board a bus, everyone will be expected, because the norm is that people will be able to walk up the steps to get into the bus, right? But some people are unfortunately disabled, so they need additional assistance. So like a wheelchair assist, someone to help them, things like that. In a perfectly equal society, those things don't exist, because it's expected that your legs and body parts are working, you'd be able to climb up them steps. However, that's not true because everyone experiences different things. So in a more equitable society, the people who have less, or the people who are less unfortunate or less fortunate, they would be given more to try and bump them up to an equal standard, while people who already have that would be given less. So in a sense, people who have more are given less, people who have less are given more, to try and find this, I'd say, this net zero positive. So to start that out, there are many places in our society that do one or the other, or in some places in our society, we favor one more than the other. So for example, sports, because I know we have two big sports heads in here. You all probably would not like an equity focused sports environment. So like they'd be like, all right, LeBron, we know you're like, I'm like 6'4", or however tall you are, right? It's not fair that you can dunk on people. So everyone else gets these hormones that makes everyone 6'4" in the NBA. Therefore, it's now equal. We'd be like, what? why would we do that? Like, that's insane, right? But in some places, not sports-wise, but in places in our environment, a more equitable approach is what's being taken. And it's just kind of wild, to be honest with you, because how can you ever get to this net zero portion where everyone starts out so wildly different? Like even at birth, we're wildly different based on how we're going to grow. Like some people might look at Dante and be like, yo, it's unfair how he this tall. Like, and it's just like, well, he didn't do anything about that. He has nothing to say about it. So if he yams on you because of his height, you just gotta figure something out. So all in all, though, it's pretty interesting to see where we're trying to push each at. And I guess I'm interested to see what you think society is doing now, and is equality truly amazing in all cases, or what cases it's not amazing in, or in what cases is equity amazing and in other cases it's not.
So yeah. It's a mind try to think about it. Obviously, since we're African American, we're Black, we all strive for equality, or the Black community strive for equality.
No. Let me put a quick interjection. We don't. We strive for equity. Equality would mean that we all have a fair shot. Like no one's given anything. We all go. So like, for example, all of us could apply to be working at Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's equal. All of us can apply for that. But all of us won't be looked equally at when they look at our resume. So you have an equal application process, but to choose your candidates, is that truly fair? What's going on?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, because I'll be upset if I went through X amount of years of college, got a whole master's or whatever to
Mhm.
qualify for the certain position, and Joe Smo, who got a
Mhm.
GED, which is like no offense to whoever may have a GED, but if you got a GED and we apply for the same job and then give it to you, I'm gonna have some questions.
It's equal though. Both of y'all are both humans. Y'all both have the same experience. Y'all should be looked at the same way, right?
Man, look, I'm gonna have some words. I'm gonna have some questions. Like, do you know somebody that work here? Like, what's going on
Most
here?
of the time, that is the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would be. That's not equal.
Of course, you always gotta have a leg up in life. I don't know why people even.
Get off your chest.
Say it.
I
Self-incriminate. Here we go.
I don't even know why people. I don't even know why people fight so hard for equality. I'll be like, bruh, no. I understand. It's nice in a utopia world. Yes, that's fantastic, but we ain't.
Yeah, by no means.
Actually, that brings up a good. Let's start there. Would you truly want everything to be equal?
No, I wouldn't. I want to be different in some way, shape, or form.
You want to stand out from the rest?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm not saying that you have to be the same as another person. I'm saying if we didn't ever cater to anyone else because it was expected for you to get there.
Oh no, I put in my work. I went overseas. I put in my work, put in my hours.
Mm-hmm. So it's expected that someone wants things. And
you better work for that bitch.
All right.
I had seen a meme before last week. I Googled equality versus equity to kind of get an idea. All right. To kind of get an idea of the topic or whatever, and I saw there was a meme where it's a baseball game in the background and it's a fence. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So equality was everybody had the same stool to step on, but some people
everybody wasn't the same height.
Everybody couldn't see. But equity, everybody had different levels of boxes. Or stools.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, looks like equity is the way to go.
Is it really though?
It kind of isn't.
Not by itself at all. I mean, for both of them, if you think about it, they all sound good on paper. Like I seen the same thing he was talking about, but there's also another one that I saw that was pretty interesting. It had like a tree and had two kids.
Now.
Yeah, they had two kids on both sides, and the girl got a whole set of apples that she can grab. This boy is up there trying to get just one apple. There's like 2 or 3 on his side, and the tree is shaped lopsided. So it has equality where they both have the same level. They can get up there, the boy can get up there and get his 3 apples, and she got like her 20. There's equity where the boy, he gets up there and he just, get the apple, whatever like that. But there's this other thing that was saying justice, where you actually make it so you fix the tree and then the apples are kind of shaped, so they all get it at an equal. Yeah, it's even proportional. So, but if you think about it, if you read like the definitions of each, even though they sound similar, you could put them in with each other. They're both completely different, and they both don't work on their own. Like they sound good on paper, but we've been talking about equality for I don't know how long.
They've been biting people in their ass.
Right. And no matter how they try to change it or word it or whatever, we're never really going to get to that point because we're always going to have people in power and they're not going to fix the issue at the heart of the issue. They're just going to try to make it sound good. Like, hey, equality for everybody or equity for everybody. But if you don't fix the issue, like with that tree example, if you get the kid a little higher up so you can get those 3 apples, you're not going to fix anything. You're not fixing the problem.
He's able to get apples, though. That is the problem.
3 apples to that girl's like 20.
What you were meaning to say is that he'll get 3 hours, but he was going to get 3 apples. He's going to get 3 apples. But when he gets hungry again, he might not be able to get those 3 apples again.
As long as someone doesn't kick him off the boxes, he'll get more apples.
That goes back for 20 apples versus his 3. That's like you said, like it's like LeBron James versus me.
Yeah, he's just gonna be yamming the whole.
Yeah, he's just gonna be yamming apples off the tree, like like.
And the thing is that truly wrong? He put in the work and time.
He put in the work.
Maybe he was just naturally gifted.
And maybe he was naturally gifted.
No, he was naturally. He put in work. He still put in work.
I mean, he's putting in the work to maintain.
But
so the question is, are you upset at naturally gifted people?
I can hate. I'm not upset, but I can hate.
Well, I don't want to get lumped in with this man. So I want to make this clear. What I'm saying is like they both sound good. You got equality and equity. But what I was trying to say was, no matter how much hard work he put in, like with that boy, no matter how much hard work he put in, he's only gonna get 3 apples to that girl's 20 or whatever. If the problem's not fixed, if you don't fix the tree or put justice involved or whatever like that.
I mean, that's how life is actually now. That's a fun that tree, the girl's tree and thing. That's funny because
that's how you see now. It's just like
some people only get dealt 3 apples in life.
Yeah. You gotta make it work. You gotta make them 3 apples go far.
But as I say, I tell everybody is good at something. Like everybody is good at something. There's not a person that says, "Oh, I'm good at nothing." That's a bold-faced lie. You're good at something. It's like everybody is good at something. So I haven't met one person that was not good at. That just wasn't good at something, or that they haven't found it yet.
I disagree with that. I think people have the potential to be good at things, but inherently saying everyone is gifted in someone, I think is just hopeful. I don't think everyone's gifted. Some people.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying gifted. I said they're good at something.
At something.
I'm not saying they're gifted. Everybody isn't gifted.
I don't think
everybody has a talent.
No.
Everybody don't have the natural talent to do certain things.
No, I don't think so. I think people have potential, and if they choose to use it, that's up to them. Like the biggest thing I want, like the whole equality versus equity. Think of for all the anime people who watch it. Think of Rock Lee versus Gaara. We have someone who was gifted at birth. I mean, cursed, but gifted as in fighting prowess. Okay, versus someone who was born with absolutely nothing. And he trained his butt off, Rock Lee. And guess what? He still lost. He got up fighting, still took the L. But guess what? He got absolutely further than what he ever would have done if he never started to begin with.
Yeah, that dude was a taijutsu master,
Yeah. And that's inspiring. So just because you may not be gifted, or just because things may not be fair, I mean, this dude had to fight a tailed beast in a preliminary. Like, come on.
With his hands.
No one has ever touched this kid until Rock Lee showed up. Everyone this guy has fought, it has been unfair. And Rock Lee was in an unfair fight. But guess what? He still did what had to be done. And he still got there. So I want people to think just because the situation isn't fair, you can't get anywhere. And just because the situation isn't equitable doesn't mean you're just destined to fail or only can succeed. No, there's a mix of both that are important. Now, what that mix is, it's hard to say. Things are unfair in life, and they'll always be unfair. Dating's unfair.
Very.
People just get born pretty.
Very.
Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, it's definitely unfair for men.
It's unfair, yeah.
Especially if you're short.
Yeah, short men, leave a comment. Make it short.
Out there.
Yeah, short people. I'm with y'all.
That's a lie. Don't listen to this man.
I'm not short, but I understand. I for the call. Yes, thank you. But like I was saying, I mean, like I said at the end, I said you might not have found out what you're gifted at yet, or no good at yet, but you will if you have the drive. And some people just be like, they just be like, I'm just not good at anything.
Yeah. They prove themselves right. They're not. They never put in the work to figure it out or to hone the talent.
Over there looking like Groot and shit, just turning into a tree, growing roots and stuff.
Just saying, a lot of Rock Lees out there, but they don't put in the hard work. They don't even open up the first gate.
So about the tree, I mean so you said were you saying something about somebody can fix it?
Yeah, it's like a thing where it said with justice it could be fixed. Like,
but can it be fixed?
yeah, I mean the way they showed it was they basically made it so they brought the tree down to level it up, and the apples were able to level down because what was happening is all the apples was going to the left side. So that kid was only able to get 3 because of the way the way the tree was shaped.
But how
So
can you
there,
do that? How can
no,
you
I
do that
mean
like in real life? Like,
that's what I'm saying. On paper, it
uh-huh.
they both sound great, but if you think about, like, even the schools that we came from, you see all the stuff that we had, or you go to another school or different
Oh Lord.
colleges like VCU and stuff, you just see, like, okay, VCU, perfect example. You look at the area they're at, right?
Mhm.
And then you look around what's in VCU, you see that it hasn't really, been brought over there. Like the equity, it sounds good on paper, we have VCU, anybody can go there or whatever like that, or we'll help you out. But in reality, they're charging you an arm and a leg, even an in-state tuition to try to go and get into VCU. So, like, even though they'll try to help out people and communities that need it, it's still not going to help because it's not really
Equal
fixing the issue.
equal opportunity, bro.
Shut up, Dante. Anyway,
I thought you said don't worry about that.
I wasn't worried about the land. You worried about the wrong things.
No, I'm laughing at the prince.
Oh,
yeah, he ain't have a fair life at all.
Yeah, he got dealt a bad hand completely.
He got dealt
bad hand after
bad life.
after bad hand.
But go to what you said, Alex. With all the training, determination, look where he got. Look where Prince Vegeta, king of no one. Look how far he got.
He's king of everybody.
No, he's king of nothing.
He's king of everybody. Okay,
he's king
Let's get that straight.
Of half-bloods.
About that one, but
king of catching this L.
Yeah,
he would have been the main character, but we're not even gonna go there. So.
All right, so yeah, that threw me for a loop there. But as far as where equality is valued versus where it is not valued, where would you say equality is valued at? Oh, that face.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's like a perfect example of showing like equity, because like they always talk about it, but you never really see it.
You're talking about equality, James.
Oh, I thought you said equity. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, equality. Yeah, I guess I could see them trying to, especially like with schools. Like you see, yeah, depending on like the places you go to. Like I know when I was in Hampton, they had like this program that they was doing to let people, all over have a chance to be able to get into like it's kind of like a private middle school and stuff like that. But they open it up so everybody could get in. So you do see examples of it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it doesn't really work for everybody, because even though you take the kids out of that environment, you put them in there, they're still faced with the same issues.
Kenny's up to no good. I can see it in his face.
Like trying to get there and stuff like that.
So far, school is where you value equality?
Yeah, ideally you would think, because like let's just take Richmond for example. If you go to Chesterfield, I don't know the statistics, but I would like to think the schools in Chesterfield are better than the ones in the city. Mm-hmm. Based on my experience, what I know, or people that I've known who went to schools in the city versus the counties. I would want equity. I mean, equality. I would want equality more in the school systems. I think what I was saying earlier, I think the community in general, want equality, not knowing exactly what that entails. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing as far as the Black community goes, or any community, equity would probably be ideal. Maybe it's like it's like right in the middle. I don't know. I don't know which way to go with that. Like I said, I just know that if somebody who don't got the paperwork behind them and get a fancy job that I'm going for too, I would be upset.
Or put the hard work in.
Or I think Alex was saying about natural talent. Some people just naturally gifted at stuff. I shouldn't be mad.
You shouldn't be mad that you're a Rock Lee in a world filled with Garas.
Yeah, I would feel a certain type of way. Like, that's not fair. Why do they all got this natural born gifts?
Oh no. It sounds like you was about to cry.
I know. I feel like I feel bad for Rock Lee.
I feel like everybody got this natural born gift.
I feel bad for Rock Lee. I feel bad for like Vegeta.
I feel worse for Rock Lee because they put this dude in a team with freaking Neji. You know, the guy who can see like 365 degrees and who's a taijutsu master past. Oh, it was insane. I'm like, how is this fair? Y'all go stick him with his arc enemy?
But then, like,
he would have beat the hell out of Neji though.
Oh yeah, that would be hilarious. But
he would have beat the brakes out of that man.
But
man,
like you said, if you take that for example, what if Rock Lee was on an even playing field with everybody else?
Yeah, it's like he's able to use ninjutsu and genjutsu, and he was able to own his taijutsu skill.
Yeah.
The main story would have been Rock Lee.
I mean, at that point he'd be broken. But on top of that, though, that would mean if it was an even playing field, they also would have Rock Lee's taijutsu skills. Right. The thing is, I guess the main point is like you'll never get to that type of society. But that doesn't mean it isn't worth fighting for to a degree either, though. Like, we're not saying, you know what, screw it, just free for all type deal. Like, there's still certain things that need to be equal, like the law. Like, you wouldn't want certain people getting away with things when other people aren't, even though we do see that. But that's why it makes people so infuriated because they're like, if I did that, tilted. Yeah, he about to, his whole screen about to just flip upside down.
We're already going through it, so it's just like.
Yeah, so it's like it's not it really irks people when that happens, right? Mm-hmm. But then in other situations where there is inequality, like let's take dating for example, when you see like who celebrities can date or who top models and things like that can date, where it's like, oh, well, that's normal, you know, it's understandable why they wouldn't like pick me, you know, but yeah, it's understandable there, so no one really gets too mad at that, or we just probably call them crazy.
Dating a celebrity would be a hassle.
Yeah, so in some places,
paparazzi. I gotta protect my image.
Why you sound like Vegeta? Oh man, but it's just always interesting to see just where people value. Like for example, your schooling situation. If we only had a purely equal school system, I think that might be a nightmare. What would you do with people who have learning disabilities? Just, all right, man, 2 + 2 is 4. They're like, I don't get it though.
Deal with it.
4. Does that help it? Well, everyone else got it except for you. And you're like, oh, okay. So in those case situations, it's better we have some equity. You know, hey, maybe you need some tutors. Maybe you need some after-school programs.
Yeah,
to catch you up.
And in the long run, equity has more uses than equality in most places.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
He's about to adjust something else.
Just need one more notch. I mean, both can be valuable in their own rights.
Yeah, they can. That's all I'm saying. But I was saying like equity is like for like schools, I guess businesses and some things. But like equality is good. Equality is good for like, you know, for like justice. Because I mean, yeah, it just needs. That's just how it needs to be.
You mean
applying applications like for cars or anything like that, you know.
Yeah. What were you saying, Ghost?
No, I said, so you're saying it'll be the same for like healthcare?
See, that'd be an interesting one there. Because I mean,
healthcare,
we don't see that now.
Yeah,
Well,
healthcare we don't see either.
Equal based on treatment. I mean, if you have the money, then you can get what have you. But then there's an argument to be made on like, is it equal that they can make XYZ amount and you can't right now? Yeah. But as far as mobility is concerned, as far as class mobility, it's insane how well you can move the United States in comparison to other countries. Class mobility is amazing here. So I mean, I think the entire push for one or the other can be a moot point at times. Because I mean, at the end of the day, with it, you still need to do more work or a set amount of work to get you from here to where you want to be at. And yelling about other people not doing it for you I don't think it truly helps like that. Because a lot of people get stuck in just this entire thing of just like, it's not fair, so I can't succeed. And it's like that's not true. It's not true at all.
That's how back to what Don, that's how the Black community is in a couple things. I didn't want to say it, but that's how it is.
It always circles back to us though. Like look at the community. There's so many people being like, oh, I didn't get the job because I'm Black. Like,
that sounds like a previous podcast we did.
Say what now?
Somewhere we discussed that somewhere.
Yeah.
This is like one video we watched where it was just like, yeah, I didn't get a loan. You didn't even walk in the bank, my guy.
Did you try? Nah, I knew I'd get rejected because I'm Black. Just, why is this the thing?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, yeah.
So, before we end this, I just want to once again comment on Alex's setup and how it looks like a Kevin Samuels.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Office.
Stop it.
God. I do not need these comments.
And also, Kenny here is a married man now. Congratulations. We should all.
Congratulations. Look at him with that beam and Superman.
Yeah, he looks so excited. He is so happy to be married.
Woo! I am. I really am.
Yeah. So, with that being said, into any other closing remarks?
Back hurts.
Do your best, even if you're a Rock Lee out there. You know, time to take off them leg weights and get moving.
Right.
Or you can be a Rock Lee and put forth the effort.
No. Yeah. If you can choose Rock Lee or Gara, pick Gara.
Oh.
Much easier time in life. You can move everything with just a flick of the wrist, like explode kids. All you gotta do is this, and they dead.
So, but if you are a Rock Lee, keep going.
Yeah. If you're a Rock Lee, keep going.
And if you are thinking about opening a business and you want to get a loan,
go in the bank.
Walk in the bank.
And if you are a business person right now and you're keeping your money in the shoebox, go to the bank and get a relationship with the bank.
Because if you don't get in a relationship with the bank and you try to open a loan anyway to open a bigger business, they're gonna be like, we have no paper trail of you.
It's not because you Black. Okay. I mean,
it's because you made dumb decisions.
But you may build a relationship with people.
You cannot go through this world only thinking that only Black people help you succeed. All colors will.